There we go. Can you all hear us now? Type in the chat box if you can hear us. There we go. We've got some people typing. Yay! I figured out the technology. Welcome to today's webinar. I am so excited to have you join us today. I am here with my good friend and awesome businesswoman, Nancy Ray Allen, and she is beautiful, isn't she? You're going to love her personality. She is vivacious and alive. I just adore her. So very excited to have her join me today. She's going to be talking about how to own it like a boss and take your confidence to the next level so you can take your business and whatever you want to do to the next level in your life. So we're going to start today with my presentation on email and social media. And this is kind of a working session, so I want you to have paper and pen ready. Nancy, you can go ahead and mute yourself. So we're going to talk about growing your business with email and social media. And to prevent the distraction, I'm going to stop my video as well, so you will not get to see me. Okay, I know you can't see me, and that's okay. All right, so I want your focus on the content. Grow your business with email and social media. I want to take, if I could figure it out, I want you to let me know. Okay, I set up a poll today and I was so excited to use it, but I can't figure out how to access it from here. So we are going to do this the old-fashioned way in the chat box. Let me know if you send emails, marketing emails regularly, and what email provider you are currently using. So it could be Constant Contact, it could be MailChimp, GetResponse, iContact, Infusionsoft, Aweber, whatever email provider you use. And if you are only using your Gmail or regular email account, let me know that as well. So I kind of want to get a feel for where you are at. Sigi, is that how you say it? Sigi? Sigi? Okay, Constant Contact. LinkedIn and Hotmail, okay. We got some Constant Contact with Deborah. Awesome, thank you all for responding. Awesome, lots of Constant Contactors. John, we got to get you on some email marketing today. Okay, Sylvia, you kind of use both, huh? Monthly by Constant Contact and MailChimp for membership cards. Interesting. Outlook, LinkedIn, starting to use Constant Contact. Good. And Facebook for marketing, but not for marketing emails, or do you post your emails on Facebook? You have a Facebook page. Awesome. Good, Corey, Constant Contact. Awesome. Okay, we'll get some more answers coming in as we go along. So I want to introduce myself first. If I haven't met you before, my name is Lisa Smith, and I'm founder of 7Touch Marketing. I'm a trainer, and I train small businesses how to use email and social media to grow their business. So my mission is to save you all the time and trouble that I have spent learning this stuff. That's my job, is to save you all that time. Hundreds of webinars, hundreds of white papers, articles, blogs, all that stuff. I don't want you to have to spend hundreds of hours learning this stuff, so I try and condense it into the best that I can. I'm also an authorized local expert for Constant Contact, which means I'm just a partner with them. So this seminar, this presentation today is actually Constant Contact curriculum with my own personal flair, of course. And so I'm really, really honored to be able to share Constant Contact with you. A lot of you already use Constant Contact. Kudos to you. I have used several email service providers over the years. I've been doing email marketing since 2007, and I keep coming back to Constant Contact. So 4 years ago, when they established a trainer program, I was all over that. So I'm not going to talk a lot today about Constant Contact. This is not a sales pitch. I really want to give you some content that will help you to be better at email and social media as well. Um, you can reach me at lisa at 7-touchmarketing.com always, anytime. I'd love to be your resource. I'm also on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and all that jazz. So let's get right into it. Constant Contact, just as an overview, Constant Contact is best known for its newsletters and announcements. However, it has actually 4 tools in one. So these are all tools that help us engage with our customers. You can do offers and promotions on Facebook and through email. You can do online surveys. You can post those on social media as well as on your email. And even, I think, you can provide a link on your website, and you can manage events and registrations. So when you clicked on this webinar and you got all that information and the page with our pictures and all the outline and everything, that was through Constant Contact, that landing page. Pretty awesome. The thing I love best about having all 4 tools in one is that not only does it combine my Oh, the sound is going in and out. Let's check on that right now. Is anyone else having sound problem? You can hear me fine. Okay, so Ken, it might be a problem. Ken, it might be a problem with your speakers. Good, good, good. All right. So to interrupt myself and go back to where I was, the thing I love best about the having the 4 tools in one rather than one different one in everywhere on the internet is my list. My list is in one place and all the data is in one place. So I never have to update my list and move it around from a provider to provider. And I never have to analyze the data separately from the other thing. So in Constant Contact, I could actually go to one of my contacts and I could see how which newsletters they've opened, which articles they've read, which surveys they've taken, which offers they've taken advantage of, and which events they've registered for versus actually attended. That is awesome. If you want to know which of your leads are hotter, you'll know by this, by which who is interacting with your company the most. So that's a pretty cool thing. And I'm going to share with you a little bit more throughout the content of what Constant Contact can do for you. So here's the agenda: marketing for today, how to set goals, campaigns that drive action, and how to get started. So let's talk about marketing for today. So we've already established how many of you are on email, some of you anyway. If you haven't told us yet, please chime in. We've got some people who aren't actually participating in the conversation, and we'd love to have you do that. The other thing I want to know is which social sites you are on. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube. Some people are getting onto Periscope. Twitter and Facebook. Facebook. Lots of Facebook. Working on YouTube. Good for you, John. Facebook, but under protest. That's hilarious. Facebook and LinkedIn. Okay, good, good feedback. Um, so the thing about social media is we have to go where our contacts are. And if they're on Facebook, then whether we like it or not, we go to Facebook. So the number one app on cell phones, you may think about what do people do the most. The thing that they do the most on their cell phones is email. Isn't that interesting? Email is the number one most used app on cell phones. So that changes the way we do things as marketers. We're going to keep that in mind as we go along. Small business marketing. When you are marketing your small business, what you want to do is nurture relationships, deliver on your promise, and get measurable results. So in 2007, I became marketing director for a small business. And they had loyal customers for 25 years. These customers were loyal, and they completely ignored them except for promotions. Do some of you actually fall into that category as well? My good customers, they're good. They're fine. They keep coming back. We're good. No nurturing of that relationship. Then, on the other hand, they had lots of leads coming in from trade shows. They spent thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on trade shows every year. And when they got back, those leads may or may not be followed up on. And if they were, it was one phone call. You know, you do your due diligence, you call everybody 2 days after the trade show, they're not ready to buy, and you only give them one interaction, you are ignoring them as well. So when we're marketing as small businesses, this is an opportunity to really nurture relationships more than Walmart or Macy's or IBM or anyone else who also sends email. You get to establish a real relationship with people because we are smaller, we can be more personal. And let's face it, people are not doing business with small businesses because they're cheaper. You will never win on the pricing game, right? Because the big boys will outprice us every time. We have the advantage of a closer relationship, a more personalized experience, and so forth. So once we nurture those relationships, then we need to actually deliver on those promises, of course. And then the marketing is also getting measurable results. At its core, marketing is about getting results. Now, if you're doing ads in the paper with your logo and your location, that is not marketing. That is called branding. Here we are. This is what we do. When you're really marketing, you're asking for feedback, for a result, for an action. And what kinds of results could those be? Those could be clicks or downloads. We want you to come to our location. We want you to make a reservation or an appointment. We want you to take advantage of our free consult or whatever. We want you to call our office, all to the purpose of generating revenue or donations. Hey, do we have any nonprofits here today? I'd love to know that as well, because this totally applies to nonprofits. Awesome, CG. Send me a pronunciation of your name. I'd love to know. And so when I'm saying customer, you're talking about donors and volunteers. So just kind of translate it into your own language, if you would. When we're talking about clicks or downloads, that's all different kinds of things, isn't it? It's read my article, read more. It's watch my video. It's like us on Facebook. C CG. Awesome. Thank you. CG. Okay, so it's all the different kinds of clicks that you can do in an email to visit your website, to click to make an online appointment. Those are all the clicks and download kinds of results that we're looking for. Marketing used to be, and actually for most people still is, at the top of the funnel, right here is we're trying to get new eyeballs onto our business. We're trying to find new leads. And then we move them down the funnel until they purchase, right? And as we move them down the funnel, of course, it narrows out. We're never going to sell every single person, so that's okay. Just live with it. Um, and and then we focus all of our attention and money on this level. We're always looking for new leads. Now, new leads are absolutely essential to keep your business alive. However, where does the bulk of your money, your revenue come from? It comes from here. It comes from not only people who buy first, but people who buy again and again and again. This is where your money is. So what I recommend is that you flip the funnel. We still need new leads coming in. You need a systematic process for bringing in those new leads. If it's SEO, if it's coupons, if it's trade shows, you need constant new leads coming into your business. But they each, at each level, get your attention with nurturing. And when they buy, they get lots of nurturing. So a returning customer will spend 67% more than a new customer will. Holy cow. That means if we're putting all our marketing dollars into here, we are losing on an extra 67% of revenue that we could be getting. So I want you to think not only about getting new leads in the funnel, but also nurturing existing customers and encouraging them to spread the word. So in the old times, in the days of my parents, the back fence and the barber shop were the place. Yes, my parents are in their 90s. The back fence and the barber shop were the way to spread the word. But now, engaging our customers in all the different ways, email and social media particularly, that is the new word of mouth. People don't talk to each other and shoot the breeze with each other as much now as they used to because they can do it more quickly, more efficiently through social media, texting, and so forth. So we want our people to be engaged with our customers and so that they have more to talk about and encourage them to do it through email and social media. Now, given that, when you're sending emails, you always want to be forwarding, encouraging people to forward and share your emails. One tool that is pretty common now among email service providers is called the share bar. And what that means, it shows up at the top of your email, is when I receive your email in my inbox and I click Facebook, it shares your email on my feed, on my social media. That is golden, isn't it? That's exactly what you want people to be doing, is spreading your word along. You also want to include buttons that say forward to a friend or share with a colleague. And you also want to include a subscribe to our list, or however you want to say that button, on the email, so that when they share it, the people they share it with also have the option of subscribing. Now, the advantage that we have as small business owners is that customers adore us. Isn't that right? I want you to think about the people who just rave about you, the people who share your message, who tell people about you, who come in regularly. These people love you. And that is where we start. We start with the love because the love is awesome. So let's then talk about how to set goals to encourage our best fans and also our new leads to get engaged with us. Now, marketing goals are often ignored, especially with email. It's like, okay, I send my email out twice a month. I have got to get it out the door. Whatever I have to say, that would be awesome. I've just got to get it out the door. So we're going to step back before sending and talk about getting objectives and goals. So marketing objectives are general ideas of what you want to accomplish. So with this email or with this combined email and social campaign, uh, uh, um, universal campaign, what do you want to do? Do you want to, for example, do you want to encourage repeat business or get people to refer your business to others? So that would mean, more emphasis on share with a friend, more emphasis on like us on Facebook or something like that. Do you want to nurture leads and relationships? Do you want to be giving them content that helps them feel warm fuzzies about you and your business? Do you want to engage members or get advocates, volunteers? Do you want to get people to your event? Do you want to increase the loyalty among volunteers or have them sign up for another opportunity to serve or to attend an event? Do you want to increase your donations or do you want to increase revenue? That's a sales email, which is different than a nurture email. People do not feel nurtured with an ad or a coupon. They feel nurtured in other ways. Or do you want to reach completely new people? Do you want to invite new people to donate or to buy? Those are just some examples of objectives that you may want to accomplish. So I want you to, if you don't already have a piece of paper in front of you, get out a piece of paper because we're going to do some work here today Oh no, I can't just eat my lunch and listen. Nope, we're going to do some work. So what I want you to do is write down one marketing objective you have for the month of, let's say, November. Since we're coming into the holidays, you may have some very specific objectives. One of them might be just sell more, right? That would be increase revenue, right? Or maybe you would do better to drive repeat business if you're a store where people buy stuff, particularly for the holidays. Make a marketing objective for November and then type it in. I'd love to see what you guys are thinking about and working on for November. Good, lots of you are giving feedback. That's awesome. Nurture lead, awesome, Christine. Fundraising, increase revenue, contact books selling in tourism places, reach new customers and nurture current, drive repeat business and word of mouth. Awesome. So let me just give you an idea of how these objectives work. When you have more than one objective at a time, it becomes your message gets watered down and people are unclear about what you want them to do. So while we definitely always want to reach new customers and nurture current customers, I recommend that for your marketing objective for the month of November, you pick one. And then in December, you can pick another. Or maybe you do a campaign at the beginning of November to reach new customers and at the end of November to nurture current. You can do that. You can do more than one in a month, but you can't do more than one in one campaign, meaning one email and one series of social media. Does that make sense? The more clear your objective is, then the easier it is to accomplish it. And you're not alone. Lots of people just pile on the objectives because they want to get everything done all at once. So marketing goals then from the objectives are measurable. So for example, if you want to drive repeat business, then how do you want to do that? You want clicks to your web store? Do you want to announce a new product and special savings over the weekend? And then you notice that these are specific. Get 100 new likes on Facebook through content download. So I'm going to provide a white paper or a checklist or an ebook for them to download and then add likes to my Facebook page, or even better, add them to my list. So that's a good way to get new leads. Send VIP event invitation to past attendees and sell 30% of tickets. Notice this is the how, send the VIP event invitation, and the what, 30% of tickets, or 100 tickets, or whatever your number is. Announce new products and have a special savings weekend. So this is the what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And this is actually the what we're going to do. So notice how specific they are. I want you to take a moment to set a measurable action goal that will help to accomplish your objective. A measurable action goal. And then share it with us if you want, of course. Increase donation dollars. So to make that measurable, you want to say by how much? You want to say raise 500 or 1,000 or $5,000? Do you want to add new donors to your list? How are you going to measure increase in donation dollars? Get one new client by the end of the month. Awesome, Wendy, that's very specific. And so how are you going to do that? Sell book at the City Fun event this weekend. You just want to sell one book, Sylvia? I'll bet you want to sell more than one. Awesome. Raise giving by 10% over 1 year. Good job. Reach 100 likes on Facebook. Awesome. And how are you going to do that, John? Then you would say by what? What's the campaign going to be? See, I'm pushing you, not letting you get away with the easy answers, right? Okay, that got everybody quiet. That's hilarious. We got some people typing through a 3-week giving campaign. Good. Get 3 new customers and distributors on Saturday night event. Awesome. Good, good. I think you guys have the idea, so we're going to move on, but I want you to keep on writing down what your general marketing objective is and what your action goal is for November. Notice we're keeping it very close, very tight deadline because it's hard to keep focus on a goal over the course of a year. As anyone who has ever made a New Year's resolution knows, your attention and energy for a goal only lasts a short period of time. So keep it short. All right, campaigns that drive action then. So what are campaigns? A campaign is where you push the content and pull a response. So push marketing is sending it out there. It's putting it in the newspaper, sending the email, posting it on Facebook, inviting people by posters and all that stuff. That's push content. Pull is how do I want you to respond? I want you to donate. I want you to register. I want you to go to our website. I want you to like my Facebook page. That's the pulling of the response. So every campaign you want to do is to pull a response. So on an email campaign, something you really want to keep in mind is how your email looks and how it is delivered. Some of you are doing your marketing emails like this through your Outlook or Gmail account, and there are some problems with that, some weaknesses. First of all, the CAN-SPAM Act of 2004 requires that you clearly identify who you are and that this is a marketing campaign. When you send a regular email from lisa@gmail.com, how I wish I had that address. When you do that, then it's not clear that it's a marketing campaign. The second weakness is you cannot measure anything. Even if you do include a link, you cannot measure how many clicked on it and who clicked on it. Those are some of the serious obstacles, reasons why you should never, ever send a marketing email through your Gmail account. When you have an email marketing service provider like Constant Contact, MailChimp, GetResponse, all of those others, then you can not only have a branded and beautiful professional looking email, but you also get click-through data. Woo! You know how many people received the email, you know who opened the email, you know whether they clicked on anything and which link they clicked on. Is this valuable? Oh, yes, it is, and I will that some more. So for those of you who are just using your email, Gmail, Outlook, the kinds of accounts right now, I have an offer for you at the end of my presentation, so stay tuned for that. Email is awesome. So email marketing, especially through an email service provider, is awesome. It's got lots of response, measurable response. It's easy to brand. The ROI, these numbers are unparalleled. And these numbers have held true for the last 5 or more years. And that is that for every dollar spent on email marketing, the average return on investment is $43. So you cannot beat that ROI for the results that you get from your email marketing. It helps you to connect with your specific audience and not just broadcast to the world and hope for the best. And it reaches people wherever they are, especially because they're opening it on their mobile phone. And email really does drive business. I can't tell you how many times I have had people call me out of the blue, like who I met 3 years ago. And they always say to me, I've been following your emails. What have you got for me? How can you help me? And it's like, those are the very best calls ever, right? Where, just because of the nurturing. Now, I don't rely on that only to drive business, but it's so great frosting on the cupcake. So you can announce things, you can send seasonal ideas, you can alert about events, you can offer coupons, and you can deliver tips and information. And that is the way I nurture my clients and the way most businesses can actually nurture their clients with information that uh, I even want to say endears us to the company. So I get emails from Macy's about their latest sale. Okay, they have a sale every week, so whatever, right? But that doesn't really nurture me as much as give me some style tips, give me some latest jewelry trends, show me the newest shoes, show me some runway videos. I want to be nurtured with more than just product. And so almost every company I have ever worked with, that makes total sense for them. CG, you sent out an email about an upcoming event October 25th. Good for you. I hope you have a registration button on there so that you know who's interested and you kind of increase their commitment to attending. There's all kinds of different campaigns, and let's see. This one, I talked about email campaigns already. This one is Facebook promotions. And what's cool about this is through Constant Contact, is you can set up this Facebook promotion. And what do they need to do to get their initial tax consultation for only $99? Enter their email address. Let me tell you, the value of an email address over a Facebook like is, I don't have a number. I would say a gajillion to one more important. Likes on Facebook are really not panning out as a very valuable thing in marketing, but email addresses are golden. They are golden. So what they've created in Constant Contact is these not like gated campaigns, but email campaigns. So they can get your offer by entering their email. Oh, I love that one. Promotions and events. So here's an email that simply promotes their event, their birthday, with a deal on it, and then the information here. That doesn't have a click through button, at least that we can see, but I would say you could certainly add a click to print the coupon down below. They don't need the coupon to come in, but when they print the coupon, it increases their commitment to coming and it reminds them of that great offer. You can also do online surveys. You can do these by email or on social media. These are so super easy to set up. Oh my gosh. I can do one in 5 or 10 minutes. It's so easy. The wizard, you just boom, 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 and it's done. And then a donation campaign like this one. So Constant Contact has added this. It's fairly new, where you can actually set up and run a donation campaign that's done by email and social media. Pretty awesome, right? And they can donate the money right then. Pretty cool. And those are all the tools that I told you about at the beginning that Constant Contact includes. So what do these all have in common? The email, the survey, all those things. First of all, they can all be delivered by email and social. They drive a response. Response, response, response. What do you want them to do as a result of getting this email? And if it's clickable, it's easier. People are more likely to do it. These are all mobile friendly. You get an immediate payoff. It grows your list and everything is trackable. And there are probably some more things in common, like they're branded and they're beautiful and they engage people, all that kind of stuff. Good, good stuff. So let's take a look at this. I want you to think about these 3 questions. Which campaign types will work best for you to achieve the goal that you have set? Which campaign type will work best in order to achieve the goal? Now, in this instance, you can choose more than one. In fact, I encourage you to. So you may do that donation campaign on email and on social. You can do the invitations on email and social. You can also do the posters and the newspaper. You can blitz people with that campaign type in very different in all your different channels. So I want you to write down which channel or channels, which campaign type works best for you to achieve your goal. Email and Facebook. Everybody's typing, typing, typing. I love this feedback. Keep it coming. Announce your new product. Yeah. And tips and tricks by email. So, Kitty, you could do, let's see, Kitty, your goal is to sell a book. Is that right? Do I have the right person who wants to sell a book? Oh, Sylvia wants to sell the book. That's right. Sylvia has the book. Okay. Let's see. Invite people to an event. Excellent. Lots of fundraising drives. So, Sylvia, for example, what campaign type would work best for you to sell the book? That would be inviting people to the event, but it would also be a pre-sale. You know, the book is for sale at this event, but if you want to buy it now, click here. You could do a pre-sale price for $5 off or something like that. Get people more excited about it. All right, the next question is, what kind of content do you think might work best? So in order to do what you want to do, if you're doing it on email, Facebook, if you're doing it as an event invitation, etc., tips and tricks, is the nurturing content the best way to do that? Details about your event, free white paper or download, photos or videos, what do you think would be the best kind of content that would work for that? Oh, good, Sylvia. You already did a pre-launch sale. You want to do sales, but don't know how to do that through PayPal. Do you mean at the event or on an email? Oh, CG, yes, photos from recent projects, excellent for fundraising. On an email. Right. So you don't have an online store. Do you sell your book through Amazon? A click through to your Amazon page would work great. But you do need an online store of some kind, a way to. Okay, gigaflood.com. So if you have a store on the website, that would be awesome. Perfect. So you just send them the link to your web store, to that product page on your web store. Okay, what other kinds of content are you thinking? Tips and tricks. Excellent, John. All right, the next question then I want you to think about is how will you get the word out? So which channels are you going to use? Email, social, direct mail, newspaper, coupon book, online community calendars, email and social work. Good, good. Already sent an e-blast. Social and free online classifieds. Good. Yeah. Sometimes I post things on Craigslist as far as events go. I don't get any results from it. But you can use that kind of thing. You're always testing to see what works best. So let me show you just a little bit about the results that you can expect from these kinds of campaigns. With Constant Contact, you get all this detail. Look at this. For every email campaign you get sent, you get how many bounced, if you got any spam reports, how many opt-outs you had, how many opens you had. 38% open is really good. How many clicks you had. 37% clicks is amazing. How many people forwarded your email. And then there's a separate section to see who shared it on social. And then you see on each email which links people clicked on. So I can see this link performed the most, the best. So I can look at what content was that link and what placement on my email was that link. You can get data on all kinds of things. You can get the annual month by month or email by email data. All of this tells you, okay, this was super successful. What did I do there? And what did I do here? And take a look at what created the success. So the data afterwards is so important. Not only is it the way that you find out whether you accomplished your goal, but also it's the way that we improve what we have done. So I want to share with you an offer, especially for those of you who are not using Constant Contact. You get a free trial for 60 days. This is no commitment, no credit card, and it includes all the tools and reporting that I've showed you and talked about. You get unlimited access to all of those things. No credit card is required. And this is the coolest thing of all. My favorite thing about Constant Contact, in addition to the software itself, is their customer support. Customer support is available from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. That means those of us on the West Coast can hop on at 4 in the morning, if we are so inclined, until 8 at night to get personal support, either by live chat or by phone. Is that not amazing? Also, they will assign you a coach who will call you within 24 hours and say, hey, how can I help you get started? And then you have access to that person throughout your entire 60-day trial. So you're trying to set up your template, you're not sure what's going on, you have a problem, you can give this guy a call. This is really an awesome opportunity to give Constant Contact a try and see if it's right for you. Okay, so type yes in the chat box if you want, and I will take care of the sign up for you. You don't even have to do it. I will sign you up, send you your login information and a link to the page that you log in on, and then you can get started. So awesome, I'm glad. Johanna, does that mean that you want to do the trial? Christine does. Johanna, yes. Deborah, you need a personal coach. Let's talk, Deborah, about that and see how we can get you some help on that. So if you will email me, Deborah, afterwards, here's my email address, um, and then we can get you set up with some coaching if you want. So Johanna, Christine, Andrea, awesome. John, cool. Janice, Sylvia, you have to ask your husband about a free day trial. Okay. CG, you will get my ebook because what I would like to do is add you all to my email list. Some of you signed up when you registered. I would like to do that for all of you, and you'll get my free ebook. You will also get a bi-monthly 3-minute marketer. It's 3-minute videos on how to do marketing tips and so forth. So you will all be getting that. If you do not want my email, to receive my emails, you can say no thanks in the chat box, or you can email me privately and I will make sure that you do not get on the list. So you guys are great. I get to now announce my darling friend. my darling friend, uh, 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 what's her name? Nancy. Oh my gosh, what's the matter with me? I do that all the time with people I know really well, and I do know Nancy. Sorry, darling. Anyway, Nancy, I met through this coaching program. I'm a trainer for a national business coach, and I teach at her monthly retreat in Park City. And Nancy came to one of those and just showed up as a rock star. And she has just blown up her. Can't wait to hear from you, Nancy. So let me switch your presentation over to you, and are so in for a treat. Take it away, Nancy.
Hello, hello, everybody. Can you guys see and hear me? Shoot me a lovely little comment. Oh, here we go. Everyone's typing. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I am super excited to hang out with you guys for a little bit today and to share with you some really powerful insights about how you can move forward. We all have blocks, things that trip us up, whether it's mental things or just obstacles in our business. And I am here today to share with you some very, very foundational tools, things that we all need to know and understand about ourselves so that we can move forward with power like a boss. Good or good? I'm actually going to leave my video up because part of my charm is is my face. Okay, let's get started. So what to expect today? I'm going to be introing myself. I know some of you on here know me and love and adore me, and some of you I haven't met or fallen in love with yet either. Thanks, Lisa. She loves my face. So I'm going to intro myself briefly so you can understand kind of where my philosophy comes from and why it is that I'm so passionate about educating people about confidence and how to move forward with power and just own who they are here on the planet. So I'm going to be teaching you the core components. There's actually 4 components that create genuine confidence. A lot of times we just focus on maybe how we're feeling and we don't understand that there's a lot of other key pieces that have to be in place for us to truly be confident genuinely from the inside out. Then I'll be teaching you 3 quick tricks that you can start doing today so that you can feel and appear more confident. Good, we all need some of that. Then I have some bonus content. I want to talk to you guys about naysayers. I know we all have them out there. Some of them we're married to, some of them live inside of our own head, some of them partner with us in business or our friends and family. We're going to talk a little bit about some strategies, some psychological strategies to overcome those things. Then I have an invitation for all of you. I have a specific area of your life where I'd like to invite you to become a boss, to truly take ownership of this area in your life. And I'll share with you why it is that I'm focusing so intently on creating confidence in this particular area. So let's jump in and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So here's my face. In case this one wasn't enough, I have a picture here for you guys. So I actually began my journey at the age of 12. When I was 12, my parents got a pretty explosive divorce, and everything in my world kind of fell apart at that time. And I like to say that fate knocked on my door in the form of a personal development book. And that's actually when I fell in love with the industry of coaching, training, and motivational speaking. And I decided at that age, I declared to the planet that I was going to be a motivational speaker and that I was going to teach these tools I was learning in this book about taking full accountability and really, oh yes, it's being recorded. Thanks, Lisa. Taking full accountability and ownership of your life. I knew that if people understood these concepts of positive thinking and being a creator and getting rid of the victim mentality, that we'd have a completely different world. So I decided that I alone was going to be the one to create change and to create transformation. So I became a seminar junkie when I was just 12 years old, and I began following my mom to trainings everywhere. Became a certified life coach when I was just 16. And at the time, of course, because I was 16 and I knew everything, I didn't think it was weird that I was becoming a coach and that I was actually coaching adults 2 to 3 times my age. I just thought, this is my purpose. This is what I'm meant to be doing. And I didn't think a thing of it. I went on to get 2 more personal coaching certifications by the age of 19. I was really confident. I just felt like this was my purpose. I've been sent here with specific gifts and insights. I truly do have a gift of being able to basically call people on their BS. Who else has that skill? Let me know in the chat box if you also have that skill. Maybe we can start a club. But I have the ability to really read people and to see where they're stuck, what lies that they're listening to and believing. It's creating pain and really tripping them up and keeping them stuck. So I do. Nice. So glad to hear it, Christine. So I was really confident until one day I got a big old finger in my face. Someone I really respected said, "Who do you think you are to be doing this, to be coaching, to be, these people are my parents' age coming and paying me $100 an hour to coach them and referring people like crazy." And basically, I was accused of by this person of being kind of a peddler. I know, Wendy, you absolutely have that skill. Accused of being a peddler and of kind of, selling some sort of potion, on the side of the street that I swear was going to cure everything. And I began to really doubt myself and question who I was. And that started my journey of rediscovering the confidence I truly believe we're all born with. I believe we're all born with this wide eyed, innocent love of ourselves that's unconditional, right? You've seen those little kids running around naked and they think everything about their body is fun and cool and beautiful. And that slowly gets beat out of us by life. And we start to feel like we're not good enough. Our body's not good enough. We're not smart enough. We're not fast enough. We're not cute enough, skinny enough, fat enough, whatever it is. And we start to feel not enough. So I became um, kind of trapped by fear of what other people thought of me. And it's hard for people to believe that now when I say that. I had such intense insecurity about my gifts and about my dream and about my heart because my heart truly was so committed to just loving people and empowering people. I wanted people to get back in the driver's seat of their life and create what they really wanted. And as I made my little journey back to being confident and trusting my gifts, my mission, and my dreams, I discovered that confidence is the number one thing holding people back, not fear. What I have found, and you'll probably agree with me on this once you really think about it, is that fear never totally goes away, ever. We just get bigger than it. We build a belief, we build strength and confidence inside of us that makes us grow so big that those fears shrink and we're able to move forward. The fear is always going to be there. It's never going to totally be gone. It's a gift. It's a gift that is encouraging us to become bigger and to become better. So a lot of people want to focus on fear. I choose to focus on confidence. I want you to feel confident enough to face those fears. And then if you're still having trouble with them, I know an amazing woman who's actually watching this that is a fear buster lady that's really an amazing woman. So today we're going to be talking about confidence and how you can increase your confidence and the different components that create it. There's a lot of different areas of our life, and maybe you feel really confident in your health, but you're not very confident in your finances. Maybe you feel really confident in your relationship, but you don't feel very confident in your ability or in your career, what you've chosen. So there's four main components to confidence. And I want you to look at this graph, this chart that I have here. At your core, there's an identity. An identity is really where it starts. And this identity that you have, and even moving out into your self concept, your identity is something that you learn from the people around you. The people who seem to have the most success on this planet, I have found, have an identity attached to a spiritual belief system. So maybe that's, I'm a child of God, or maybe it's I'm connected to the universe and all things, and the universe is in me, and I am the universe. Maybe they have a belief system about love, and that everything is love, and that they are love. They have some sort of identity belief system that's attached to a spiritual sense. This is something that a lot of people sometimes skim over because it's uncomfortable, right? Two things we never should talk about: religion and politics. I'm not going to talk about those things. I want you to think about spirituality, which is a totally separate thing. And you don't have to believe in God to be a spiritual person. But this identity, this is a core component that no one can give you. You've got to come to this yourself. We're actually not going to touch on it today, but it's important that you understand it exists. Then we have self-concept. So this is how you see and perceive yourself internally. This is kind of the head game. Then we move out to physical structure. So that's actually your health, how you're taking care of this body, if you're moving it, exercising it. It's also going to be your body language. This is key. Your body language is how you communicate your confidence to the planet and how people actually perceive you. If they see you as someone who's intelligent, right, as someone who's trustworthy, that's largely based upon this, how you're using this structure when you're communicating. And then finally, you have the presentation. And you could call this the frosting level right here. Presentation is going to be, how do you show up, right? Are you got your hair thrown up in a ponytail and you're wearing sweats, or are you showing up in a suit? How are you presenting yourself to the world and what that actually communicates to people about you? Sadly, this is very sad. First impression is huge, huge. People decide within the first 4 seconds of meeting you whether they like you, trust you, want to buy from you, and think you're intelligent. In 4 seconds. So some people say, oh, people are so shallow, it's not all about appearance. I get that. And if you're in a business, which I'm hoping the majority of you are business owners and entrepreneurs, because it is totally the best way to learn and grow and develop and create freedom for yourself. If you're an entrepreneur, you do not have an hour with every single lead. You need to make a powerful impression immediately. Within those first 4 seconds, you need people to be drawn to you and magnetized to you. So it's time to become conscious. If you don't like that whole shallow, dress to impress type of thing, get over it. You've got to get over it. It's hugely important to your success. I promise you. Promise you. Great. So let's dive in. Let's talk about the 3 power tricks to instantly increase your confidence today. So the number one we're going to be starting with, like I talked about, is that self-concept, okay? So this is the head talk. We need to be monitoring our self-talk. Oh my gosh, I have hundreds of stories about this. People don't understand. Who here, type in the box if you have read Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is one of the cornerstone personal development books out there. Let me know. Of course, Lisa, I'm sure you've read it. If you haven't, I'm going to kick your buns. Yes, Wendy's read it. Yep. Great. Reading it right now. Awesome. Okay. So Think and Grow Rich is largely, this book is around this ability that we have to think our way in and out of situations, okay, through self-talk. In the book, he talks about a power. It's like this mystical power called auto-suggestion. What I'm going to try to communicate to you right now, so many people don't believe this to be true, and it's kicking their butt. Just because you don't know a law exists doesn't mean you're not bound by it. Just because you may not know gravity exists doesn't mean you can jump off a 10-story building and not splat on the ground. Just because you've been ignoring the power of your self-talk doesn't mean it's not kicking you around every single day. I would like to suggest to you right now that your self-talk is the number one reason why you don't have the finances you want, you don't have the relationship you want, you don't have the health you want, you don't have the career you want. Because in your head, you have stories, you have examples, you have experiences that you're building up of all the reasons why you can't, or why it's not working out, or why no one will ever buy from you or partner with you, or whatever the story is. I'm telling you, this is a very powerful principle and tool. If you want to be more confident, you need to quit thinking things like, oh, that was so stupid. Why did I say that? Oh, I suck. My self-talk is anytime I do something that maybe I wasn't intending to do, I say that I'm adorable. I just say, oh, that was so adorable, right? Maybe I get upset in a situation. I don't respond in a way I'd like to. I find myself reacting, right, to a situation rather than being proactive and taking action. I just allow the situation to put me in a state of trauma where I'm just like reacting. You guys know what I'm talking about. When I see and identify that I'm going to that space, rather than going to, oh, I'm a freaking idiot. Why did I do that? I hate myself and beating myself up emotionally. I just go, I'm adorable. And I treat myself like a child because guess what? We are. Nobody's going to be perfect. You're not going to step out to be an entrepreneur and never send an email with something spelled wrong. I have to tell you, I did something adorable. I sent out a little image. You might even still be able to find it floating around online. How embarrassing is this? I had a quote about, and I'm kind of this philosophical person, so I put out quotes all the time. And in my quote, I'm talking about going from stepping into the light, bringing light into your life, and the darkness will flee. Okay? On this meme that I created, this image that's all beautiful and edited with this quote, I spelt flee like the bug. Flea, flee. I wasn't even thinking. Who else has done this? I know you've done this, Lisa. I know you have. But you send something out. Yeah, you blast it to the planet, right? I shared it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then I shared it on both my Facebook pages, and then people shared it. And once it's been shared, good luck stopping it, okay? The whole planet now knows that I spelt flee wrong. And it wasn't that I don't know how to spell flee, I was just busy. You're going to mess up. You're going to say dumb things. You're going to have technology blow up in your face. I have to be honest with you. This is one of the smoothest running webinars I've ever been on. And, awesome, awesome. Even with proofreading, Andrea, right? I know. It's not like I didn't read it, all right? Yeah. So obviously give Lisa some credit. This webinar is running smoothly, but technology sometimes blows up in our face. Here's the truth. If you attach your identity through the way you talk to yourself in your head to how things work out, you're screwed. I don't know if I can say that. This is Lisa's webinar. It's her rules. Maybe I can get away with that. You're in trouble. Okay, stop attaching your identity to that. We'll get more to that in tip number 3. So tip number 1, get your head talk straight. If you're not doing declarations and affirmations and telling yourself you're amazing and awesome and looking at in the mirror and saying, good morning, good looking, you're totally missing out on an amazing power. This has been proven time and time again. You're having thoughts in your head anyways. Why don't you get back in control of them? Own the inner dialogue in your head right now. I'm telling you, the day you start doing that, instant shift in your confidence and your psychology of success. I promise you. Lisa's laughing at me. I love it. All right. Number 2, body talk. Okay, so this is how you're communicating using this tool of your body, right? I mentioned body language earlier. So there is amazing research out there that just came out. I'm so glad science is finally catching up with stuff that people in this field of personal development have known for years with this idea of a power stance. Power stance. So what they did was they took a bunch of kids at Harvard, and they had them do a test and they had them do an interview. And before they went in to do it, the experiment group stood in a power pose. So that would be like, Wonder Woman stands, or like, like some victory pose, right? All powerful, head up, chin up, shoulders back, chest out. And they had people stand in this power stance for 3 minutes, and then they had them go in and do a quiz or a test and do an interview. And the research was amazing. The results were phenomenal. The people that were standing in that posture, that strong, powerful posture, did, oh my gosh, above and beyond better at those 2 tasks than everybody else. Okay? Just by standing differently. Here's the truth. Inside your body, you have biochemical triggers given to you by Mother Nature. Thank you, Mother Nature. These biochemical triggers, you can trigger them. If you stand up straight and you pull your chest bone out, you release testosterone. Have you ever seen those men walking around with their chest puffed in the air, walking like this? They're doing that because they are needing hits of testosterone. They're actually, cocky people usually are the most self-conscious. So get yourself in a good, positive stance. You're feeling down, you're feeling bad. I want you to pause and do a snapshot of your body. I'm serious. Most likely your head's in your chest, your shoulders are slumped. You've probably seen this with coworkers or employees or business partners. You know exactly the state they're in when you meet them. Here's the truth. It works from the inside out and the outside in, changing your head talk and changing your body talk. Get yourself in a confident posture and position. Your body will begin releasing the chemicals, the emotions that mirror and match your body posture. It's kind of that fake it till you make it thing. I believe you need to work from the inside out and the outside in. So stand up straight, sit up straight right now in your chair, look alive. So watch your posture. Make sure you're standing confidently and strong. This will instantly increase your confidence. Now I want to touch on presentation really quickly. This is about looking your best. And I know the women on here will absolutely agree with me. And maybe, I know we've got a couple of men on here. I know this is even true for Ken Herman. Ken Herman, I know you, and I know this is true as well. When you get dressed up, either in that little black dress or that suit, something where you know you're looking your best, you got your hair all done up, your face on, you boys get your makeup on, right? You're getting all dressed looking fly. Tell me how confident you are. Seriously. If any of you on here can get all dressed up in your finest and best and feel not confident and feel worse than you did before, if you're telling me you feel worse in your best looking clothes than you do in your scrubbies laying on the couch, then we have a serious issue. I'm telling you, you dress up, you take care of yourself, you shower, you do your hair, you smell nice, you brush your teeth, and you present your best, you will always feel better than you would if you're sitting on your couch not having showered for 5 days. Presentation's everything. It's an inside outside transformation. I have a picture here. This is a before after picture of one of my clients. If you look on the left, the before picture, her hair is outdated. It's not current and new and fresh. She's not wearing any makeup. She's hiding behind her spectacles. And I want you to just look at the energy of that picture. Then I want you to look at the energy of the picture on the right. She's fresh. She's in style. She's looking good. Look at the difference in the smile and in the eyes. The eyes on the right side after picture are twinkling, are twinkling. And I'm not saying it's all about how you look, but man, is that a powerful image. That's powerful. She looks great, doesn't she? Give her some hollers. Give her a wolf whistle. She looks great. So inside outside transformation. Let's move on to tip number 3. Lisa's giving her a wolf whistle. Love it. All right. Hello, gorgeous. All right. Lisa gets like 10 teacher's pet points. You guys need to try to keep up with her. Come on, Andrea. I know you got good stuff to say. All right, let's jump on to number 3. Embrace imperfection. I touched on this briefly earlier. If you want to be fully confident, you want to really be genuinely confident, you have to love yourself unconditionally. And what that means is you have to give yourself permission to just be human. Please. It's amazing. The more and more I dig into this area and the more and more clients I bring on, especially women, there's this sick culture of perfectionism. And until I'm perfect, I'm not lovable, good enough, capable, worthy, deserving of success. If you're in that boat, I don't care how hard you work, you're never going to be happy because it will never, ever, 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 ever be enough. So please, I want you to give yourself permission. This is an exercise one of my favorite coaches taught me. You write yourself permission slips. Seriously, you get out a piece of paper. It's an amazing tip. I hope you guys are writing it down. And you write, I give myself permission to be fat. I give myself permission to eat bad food. I give myself permission to eat good food. I give myself permission to be fit and healthy. And you give yourself permission. I'm not saying you need to go eat bad food or junk food. What I'm saying is you need to give yourself permission to be human. So many of us won't even give ourselves permission to feel sad, won't even give ourselves permission to be angry. Stop judging yourself all the time. Stop making it good or bad. If you have an emotional response to something somebody does, own it. Feel the emotion. Choose how you want to deal with it. Do you need to let it go? Should you need to hire an anger counselor, therapist? Do you need to just go vent? Do you need to go on a walk? Do you need to take a bubble bath? Deal with it. But so many of us try to cut off the head of the emotions that we're feeling. And every time, I promise you, every time you cut off one of the heads of an emotion, it grows back too. Excuse me. Crazy. Okay? So I want you to be willing to feel the emotions, embrace your imperfection, and just own it. Nobody's perfect in every category and every area of their life. Thank heavens. People will be able to relate to you better if they see that you're just a human. You're just a normal person. Trust me, people want to feel safe in their imperfections. So when you feel safe in yours, man, are people totally magnetized to you, your character and who you are. Beautiful. Let's move on to naysayers. I know we all have these lovely people in our lives. And these are my 2 main tools for handling naysayers. This is what I do. And I get this often, not daily anymore, but weekly. I get these naysayer people. And sometimes it's my own head, right? So the reframe tool with this is um, what those people are saying or doing says nothing about you. It says something about them. You really have to take this philosophy on and make it a part of what you believe. When you truly believe that other people's responses and reactions and comments about what you're doing says nothing about you, it says something about them, you are then free. You're free. And you're not codependent to making sure everybody likes you all the time. If you struggle with this a lot, really caring what other people think, I highly recommend you get the book. It's called Codependent No More. And it talks about codependency in relationships with people who have addictions. But codependency is a real thing that we all deal with. If you're human on the planet and you have empathy, we get caught up in codependency. And if you really, really, really struggle with caring what other people think and with naysayers, and it is so severe that it's stopping you from making those phone calls and it is stopping you from taking action, it's stopping you from launching your campaign to market your book or your coupon or your this or your that. If fear of what other people think is getting in your way, I highly recommend you look into healing and addressing codependency. Codependency, right? More people need to talk about that. Second thing is build your belief. Build your belief around what you're doing. Okay. So the example I like to use with this is mama bears. And I know some of the people on our training today are moms and have kiddos or dads and have kiddos. And it's funny to me that in this area, a lot of people stop caring what other people think because their love and their belief in what they want for their kids, they just don't care. For example, if your kid's in danger or another kid is picking on them, this mama bear or papa bear flares up inside you and you just go protect and you go act and you don't care. I have done things before where afterwards I go, wow, that just came out of me because I had this protective instinct come in place. Because I believe so fully that I am my child's protector, I am their advocate. It is me and it's my responsibility and I believe in what I'm saying or doing. Anytime I think she's in harm or danger, I just act. Okay? If you have that level of belief and protective nature about yourself and your value and your business, your company, your product, your mission in life, you would have no problem with what other people think because you believe so fully in what you're doing that it just doesn't matter. So if you really struggle with this, another thing I'd like to suggest is maybe you need to build your belief. You need to strengthen it. There are several ways to do that. The first one, gather evidence. Gather evidence that what you're doing is good and powerful. I see this a lot with the network marketers that I coach because in some people there's a stigma and energy around network marketing, kind of this negative perception, and they get stuck in this place where people say negative things and they're having a hard time moving forward. If you build your belief and you surround yourself with success stories of people in all different companies having success in that area, your belief in what you're doing grows. You need to surround yourself with people who believe similar to you so you can strengthen that result. The second thing you need to do is you need to do a gut check on your why. Do you really believe in what you're doing? Do you really believe that your product or service is the answer to people's pain? Because if you do and you really believe it, you'll go out there. You'll go out there, you'll promote it, and you'll sell it. The times when we get stuck behind these naysayers is because we're not tapping back into that original power, that original fire that made us want to go out there and face our fears. Why is it you initially launched your business? What pain did you see? What excited you? What kept you up at night? What made it so you couldn't sleep? You need to keep tapping back into that power over and over and over again. Naysayers show up all the time. And if they knew how much they actually help us strengthen our resolve and grow as individuals, they would stop. Because a lot of the time they can be the fuel to our fire and they actually help us versus hurting us. Great. So let me sum up these power tricks for you guys. First, I want you to monitor your head talk. Get some positive affirmations on the mirror in your room. When you hear yourself saying negative things, stop, 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 reframe it, put in something good. There's amazing audios out there you can listen to all night that program you into believing that you're awesome, powerful, capable, all that good stuff. Your head talk is key. It's foundational. It's why it's the number one thing I talk about all of the time. Number two, body talk. I want you to stand strong. If you're going to go in and meet with a client, You're going to go get on a phone call and you're feeling self-conscious, not feeling empowered. Turn on some powerful music, stand in a pose, be confident, strut your chest around for a little bit. Let those biochemical triggers be your best friend. 3, I want you to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to fail like crazy. Failing is the key to success. You have to fail. You have to mess up. You have to do it wrong. You have to say the wrong thing so that when you say the right thing, you know it's the right thing. So just lean into that. Give yourself permission to be upset. Give yourself permission to do things wrong. Give yourself permission to blast to the whole world something misspelled. And just love yourself anyways. And just say, oh, well, I'm adorable. Adjust it, fix it, change it, and let it go. Because I guarantee you, not very many people are paying attention. Sometimes we make ourselves more important than we are. Sometimes we think everyone on the planet is paying attention to how we spelled flea. And I'm telling you, there's probably only 5 to 10 OCD anal people that actually notice that in that quote. A lot of them, I would need to point it out because it's just not that important to them. So let it go, breathe easy, and just give yourself permission. Good? All right. So I'm doing something kind of unique. I had something planned originally, and as I was listening to Lisa, I just had this little kind of inspiration to talk about something a little bit different. So I'm actually going to jump ahead in my slides here and sit us on a page, a Q&A page, because in a minute I would like to open things up to questions. Okay. So I'm all about you truly owning your life, being confident in who you are. And right now, one of the number one struggles my clients and my friends, my family, the people I love and care about most, the reason why I do what I do, in moving forward in their business, moving forward in their life, and moving forward in their health, the obstacle I see people hitting head on so hard, and it takes them out of their confidence like this. Oh my gosh. They can have their head game, they can be standing right, they're doing all these things right, and they go to move forward, and their fear of finances kicks their butt, and it takes them out so fast. Should I eat organic or not organic? Money comes up, fear of finance and money. So I've recently started a campaign. It's called the Money Boss, owning it like a boss, Money Boss, owning their finances and where they're at, having a clear picture of where they're at, having tools to change it, and having the psychological side to really help them overcome those confidence issues. A lot of people can be really confident, and then you talk about money, massive insecurity comes up. It's insane. I have gotten people in massive state, gotten them excited. You're gonna dominate, do this, do that, do that. We get their action steps in place. They go home and they get a notification on their phone or email that they've overdrafted an account or something's happened. And guess what? They're floored. It's insane. And my whole purpose and passion for what I'm doing is I want people to live a free life where they're creating effortlessly, where they're able to pursue their passions and own their worth and be confident in who they are. Well, a lot of us are struggling in this financial fitness area. So I've created an entire Money Boss movement to empower and awaken and inform people about finances. So I truly believe that success in life is 80% psychology. That comes back to our head game, right? We've been talking about this. 20% mechanics. You have to have both. So what I'm going to do right now in closing is I want to invite, and then we're going to open up to Q&A. So if you have any mentoring questions about confidence or the Money Boss Challenge, get ready to type those in. I would love to have a little mentoring Q&A session with you guys. I would like to invite you to participate with me in a Money Boss Challenge. It's free. It's free. So if you're on Facebook, that's the easiest way for it to happen, or I can email it to you. What it is you get a video every single day with an action item. The video is anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes long. Action item will take about 15 minutes to get you thinking psychologically in the right way about your finances and creating a game plan so that you can feel powerful, so that you can be confident. Because when you know that that area of your life is handled and that you are financially fit and you're going to be able to handle anything that life throws at you, right? There are dips in business all of the time. When you feel confident in that, when that can be your foundation, man, you can rock the world. So this is a big area where I'm working with confidence right now with my clients. It's the Money Boss Challenge. It's free, 7 days. Good, juicy stuff. I'm in, Lisa says. Absolutely. So now I'm going to open it up to Q&A. If you have any questions about how to be a part of the free Money Boss Challenge, that's 7 days for free. At the end, if you're feeling ready, you can move on and be a part of my 90-day program. But this free 7 days is the absolute way to start. So I'm going to type my email in here. If you guys want to be a part of the Money Boss Challenge, email me. Email me your phone number and your email address, and we'll get you set up and get you started on that. I have four other coaching programs that are available to you. Yes, I'm in. Beautiful. I will also be getting everybody's name and emails from this. Just like Lisa said, if you don't want to be on my email list, just email me. I'm not going to take it personally, right? Because what you say or do says nothing about me. It says something about you. So if you don't want to be on the email list, that's totally fine. I get it. We all get bombarded with emails way too much. Beautiful. So do we have any questions, any mentoring questions about confidence, how to increase your confidence, about the Money Boss Challenge, how you can be like a boss, walk into a room confidently, own your space? Wendy loves it. Thanks, Wendy. Do you guys like it when I sing? That's something new. I've never done that before. Great. Questions, questions. I know you guys have questions. Be brave. Be brave. Be confident. Thank you guys for being on here. Lisa, if you want to unmute yourself, you can jump back on and we can answer any final questions that people might have. Any final questions?
Sure. Any
Nope, nobody's.
questions about Nancy Ray's presentation or about mine? And if you don't want to ask it here on the webinar, you can always email us. Let me put in my address as well. Whoops, .com. Thank you, Christine.
Yes, love it.
Yes.
Sylvia
We
is
got
typing.
some more
No,
comments
she's not.
coming in.
Beautiful.
Boy, I really need to work on my self-talk. I see. Hi, Carrie. How are you? I see that it's affecting me from time to time, and I've done the power stance before. Oh my gosh, it is super
Absolutely.
powerful. And then I forget about it. So thanks for that reminder. But it really does. You feel stupid. You look yourself in the mirror, and you feel stupid, but just hold that pose and breathe it in. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, Sylvia, I just typed it back in. It's just Nancy Ray at nancyrayallen.com. Always.
Awesome, Andrea. You're welcome.
Yep. Get them
All
on your
righty.
mirror. Get.
So there we go. Facebook, Twitter. Isn't she awesome? Let's give her a virtual hand. I loved that. I took notes. I have some commitments, and I'm joining the Money Boss Challenge. So, Sylvia, clap, clap, clap. Yay. And so this has been just such a great use of my time today. Thanks so much, Nancy Ray. And thank you all for being here. We have really enjoyed your comments and your participation. And again, if you have any questions or comments for either of us, send us an email. I hope you have a delicious lunch and a wonderful day. Enjoy this Indian summer that we all seem to be having. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Is that politically incorrect now? I don't know. Anyway,
Probably.
this extra long summer that we're having. Thanks again so much. You guys have a wonderful day and be a boss.
Thanks, guys.